Yeah, there we go. Okay, let me just get it up there. Okay, there it is. Ah, yes, the walking disaster has arrived. Here we go. Okay, so now a little more my element. There is some, yeah, we're gonna do some Storybook Weaver. Yeah. Yeah, so let's see. So now, yeah, so this is my favorite shit game. Bringing it back here because why the hell not? So now I can actually have the chat up. Okay, I got the chat up. So now that we're doing something, yeah, it might be too many bits per second. Like, I had that problem with Goat Simulator too, though, when I was making a quick little video to show my friends that the, you could lick the roller coaster in Goat Simulator. So it might just be that I'm not using a laptop that's optimized for gaming. It's just, you know, so I might have to do some of that as well and play around with OBS a little more. So anyway, here, Storybook Weaver. So, I made a horrible image the other day with Storybook Weaver, and I'll just bring that up because it's absolutely the worst thing. It's, absolutely the worst thing. And I just feel like people need to see this image because it is terrible. And we were, some of us were playing around. My friends and I do this once a week over Skype. I screen share, and we do Storybook Weaver stories. And they are terrible. They are all terrible. And, yes, my friend who heard me say that just sent it to me on Facebook. But yeah, I'm gonna pull up the image because it is actually the worst image. I'm not gonna provide any context on this because I feel like context would ruin it. Let me just get there. It is. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Here you go. Here you go. Yeah, that's the Burger King. It's the Burger King. Yeah. Yeah, if I gave any context, I feel like it would just ruin this image. So yeah, Storybook Weaver allows you to do this, and it is terrible, and I love it. It was a great image. Yes, it was a great image. Yeah, I'd like to think it was the greatest image of all time. Someday when I get, like, emotes on this, I'm gonna have it, like, this is an emote. Speed of... Yeah, that could be possible. I need to, like, because... Yeah, Storybook Weaver. Yeah, we're gonna do something that definitely does not lag for me, because Storybook Weaver is, it's the best program. By best, I mean it's, like, the worst. This was made by the people who did Oregon Trail, by the way. Like, this is not... Like, these people should have been good. His castle is in ruin. Okay, I better switch. Okay, so yeah, so to create that image, what I did was I went in, and you can, when you go into your scenes, you have an option to just do colors as your background. So I just did like a black background, or the closest approximation. It looks like really like a deep gray, and I copy and pasted in the Burger King, and I then put in a castle over it. So, like, if I go into the objects category, I really wish I could get these other windows to pop up. They do not like to pop up on my stream. Maybe I should use XSplit. I don't know. But, if I go into structures and I go into buildings, there are castles in there. And that is... There's a few castle options. There's this one. Very, like, Ganon's Tower, kind of. Very ominous, dark castle. There's... this is actually called Sinister Castle, apparently. There's this, like, keep here, this little tower. There's this normal castle, which is the one I used. And then there's this, like, drawbridge moat castle here. So you have, like, quite a few Storybook Weaver castle options. I guess. But then you have some weird options. Like, yeah, I can put Tiananmen. I can put Tiananmen in here. Because I want to. Like, I feel like I need appropriate music for this. Hold on. If we're gonna have Tiananmen in here, I need the only music that I can possibly play for this. Just Should be in here, I think. Where is it? I know I have it. Oh no, it's just in music here. Yeah, there it is. There you go. There you go. This is the only music you can have when you have Tiananmen. Only appropriate music while I do this. We can only listen to the music from Hong Kong 97. In fact, you know what? Let's make Hong Kong 97 in Storybook Weaver. Let's recreate that fucking piece of shit. Okay. Hold on. Alright, we're gonna do Hong Kong 97. So what I can do is I can record the audio for this page. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm actually gonna, the year is 1997. A horde of fucking ugly reds is coming from the land. I think that's most of it. I can't remember the exact text. But basically I know you are Bruce Lee's cousin Shin. And you have to defeat all of the 1 billion of the red communists or whatever. It's a horrible game. It's a horrible game. God. Oh yeah, the year 1997 has arrived. Yes, thank you. It's the year 1997 has arrived. A horde of fucking ugly reds is coming from the mainland. Like, it's just, yeah. Hong Kong 97. I'm actually saving that. Just because I want to then question myself later as to why I used Hong Kong 97 as an example for anything. Yeah, so we'll have... Because it capitalizes Chin for some reason. And then what's horrible about this, about Hong Kong 97, is that it, for some reason... Well, first off, weirdly enough, it actually predicted the death of somebody. Because the guy did actually die in 1997, which was really creepy. Yeah. I am okay with swear words, obviously, in my chat, so if it does not let you swear, I will fix that. You are allowed to swear here. Because I swear constantly. Here, I'll use, like, these... This looks kinda... I don't know, like, nothing really looks... Like a good, like, nothing really resembles Hong Kong enough. My dad has been to Hong Kong many times for business, and, like, none of these look like Hong Kong. So I'll just use this, like, cityscape. Even though I'm pretty sure it's the Empire State Building in the back. So I just need to find a guy that's, like, roundhouse kicking, and we'll just call him Bruce Lee's relative Chin. And then, yeah. Like, this game is just, probably under athletes. I might be able to find somebody. Yeah, here you go. This is exactly what the game did. Also, this guy has, like, if you zoom in on his face, he clearly has, like, an 80s mustache. Like, right there on his upper lip. He has, like, some serious 80s mustache going, like Keith Hernandez style mustache. Like, look at this guy in the tracksuit, too. Like, this is, like, very... He's rushing from the mainland, that's it, yeah. From the mainland. Okay, there, I got it right now. Fucking ugly reds. Okay, so you have Bruce Lee's relative Chin, and then what's really fucked up about this game, what's horrible, is that they actually put, like, a picture of a dead body in it, so if you have not somehow seen Hong Kong 97, like, if you're not comfortable with dead bodies, like, don't actually look up a playthrough of this game. But they actually show, like, when you die, and by the way, there's, like, no real plot to this game, you just kind of die. I think there is an ad at the start of the game asking you to let your place sell the bootleg, let this place sell your bootleg crap. I think there is. I think it was somewhere in, like, Shibuya, too, in Tokyo. So, like, I can't, I gotta, like, actually look for that screen later. But, like, it shows, like, this dead body, and then it just says Chin is dead, and it's an actual photo of a dead person. It's really creepy. Like, yeah, so, like, let's just leave him here, and I'll flip him over to symbolize that he is no more. And I will write Chin is dead. Okay, there's Hong Kong 97. We did it. We made Hong Kong 97. There we go. Hong Kong 97. This is a horrible game. Please do not play it. I should change my game actually to Storybook Weaver now on Twitch. I just realized I didn't do that. Because now I'm playing Storybook Weaver. Everyone's favorite game. Oh, no wonder. Yeah, Joel's streaming right now. Ah. And Rev. Oh, great. Okay. I see how it is. Video. No. No, dashboard. No, I'm not playing Indivisible anymore. I'm playing Storybook Weaver. I love that Storybook Weaver Deluxe is actually a game I can put on Twitch. Like, I can do this. Like, this is beautiful. The fact that Twitch has this game is just amazing to me. Yeah. And then of course, the best thing about Storybook Weaver is it actually has text to speech. So, like, I can have it go.
The year 1997 has arrived. The horde of fucking ugly regs is rushing from the mainland. Bruce Lee's relative Shin is dead.
That's just very oversimplified. Hong Kong 97. Oh my god. Terrible game that it is. You can you have a lot of options with this program that I can show some more of the options off here. So first off, you can mix and match backgrounds. So like, see how I put, like, this is a complete set, but just say I want to put like this river here instead. I can. So it lets you mix and match the backgrounds, which, you know, you can do some kind of messed up crap. Like, here's a basketball court with like some mountains in the back. Some of them go better than others. The basketball court doesn't really work well with a lot of things, but like a lot of other stuff you can kind of, like, that almost looks passable. Personally, I like to put this with some water and then do like the Chris Farley living in a van down by the river, kind of like that. You can do that, which is good. And what I really like is that you can kind of like color the people, or you can edit the people. So like, we're going to use this guy here. And what I can do with him, for example, is I'm going to crop him so he looks like he's in the water. Like this. Let's take the hand off. And I'm then going to flip that upside down. And now he looks like he's just kind of drifting downstream there, just kind of floating along. Let's just leave it at that.
He suffers a mishap.
I think that says everything about that. And of course, I got to play some appropriate music. So what's good of music for somebody kind of getting screwed over? Obviously, this clown music. Perfect. There we go. Perfect. That looks good. Yeah, that's good. Okay, that MIDI gets irritating after a while. That MIDI I've done a lot of stuff with. Like, I have a sped up version of that MIDI because it's really funny sped up. I've actually taken that one and sped it up in the past. Just because why not? Yeah, here it is. Here it is faster. That's the thing. Like, this game is very questionable. I don't know. I mean, it was made by a bunch of people in Minnesota, so I have no idea what was going on. They just kind of made clip art that they thought was acceptable, and they threw it into a game. And yeah, Storybook Weaver is the result. There's some weirder scenes that it's like I'm not sure when I would use them. Like, here's a tennis court. Like, if I was gonna do maybe Prince of Tennis, I don't know. Like, if I go into athletes, so there are tennis players. Okay, one of my favorite things about this program is that there are athletes in it, and then you have to get their equipment separately. And there are no tennis players in the adult section. Apparently, only oh no, there are. Here we go. Okay, there's one tennis player, and she's too big. I have to shrink her. But a lot of the time they will give you characters like to put in, and then you have to get their items separately, and they don't fit correctly in their hands. So like this is especially egregious with the hockey one. Yeah, let me just like think of something funny right here. I'll just write Tezuka Zone. I haven't watched Prince of Tennis in like 5-6 years, probably 7. But whatever. There's like they have major sports, like they have a hockey rink here, which I'd like to point out. The thing is on the upper right hand corner. If you look, there's an ad next between the woman's face and the soda can on the upper right hand corner. That is the thing in an ad. I have no idea what the text across its head says, but it's there. And I just think it's important that the thing is there because it should always be there all the time, and I love it. But yeah, here's a hockey. So like here, they have a hockey player, right? So I'm gonna pull the hockey player in. Then I have to go to things, sports, to get the hockey stick, right? So I go to get the hockey stick. It doesn't fit in his hand. They didn't pose it in a way that you can put it in his hand. Let's drop a puck down there. Like, I don't know how, this is not supposed to, this just doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You can try, but it doesn't work. Oh my god, it just, you know what, this page needs more Doorknob Man. Where is he? I gotta go get him. Doorknob Man is gonna be playing for the St. Louis Blues now. Here he goes. Or actually, it's closer to the Tampa Bay Lightning, I think. Here he is. He's just here. There's some really creepy stuff in this. Like, here's a terrifying leprechaun, for example. Eventually what I want to do with Storybook Weaver is I'd love to do, like, more cohesive plot lines where, like, people submit things and I write the story based on the chat. But I would need a lot of people in the chat to, you know, do that. Can I rotate it? The leprechaun? Yes, I can rotate it up and down and left and right. It doesn't let you do a full rotate, unfortunately. Like Photoshop would, or whatever, but I can flip it around like this. Which is kind of, it can be kind of creepy. Doorknob. Yeah, there's my boy Doorknob Man. I love Doorknob Man. Yeah, oh yeah, there are sprites that come with yes, there are sprites in this program that have you're supposed to put them in cars, but when they're outside of cars they look really weird. So I'll just go to a new page. I'll put Doorknob Man on the new page as well because he's the best. And also the Thing. I'm gonna just pull the Thing back out. The Thing is like my my freaking mascot at this point. It's been like there my whole life. Yeah, the hockey stick. Yeah, you can't rotate any objects. All I'd be able to do with it is go left or right like that, or flip it upside down. So it's very, very frustrating. You can't actually orient anything in this program. Really, really, really much, very much pain in the ass. Because it was 1994, it was very limited. So, like, I'm gonna go grab Doorknob Man first, because I want him here. Even though he has nothing to do with the narrative, I just want him on the page because he's funny looking. And I'm gonna go into Decor and Accessories, and I'm gonna get my favorite, not actually a statue. There we go. Okay. So, when I go into the adults everyday thing, there are people who are supposed to be driving vehicles. But when you pull the clip art out, this is what they look like. And you're supposed to put them in cars, but, like, they just look really unnerving on their own. Like, there's just something, like, they look like they were just kind of chopped in half. But you can get a car. Like this, I suppose. That'll do. And you can put people in there, like that. Oh wait, no. I'll just make the car one size bigger. So I'm trying to balance it. There you go, like that. But it's just very, very bizarre. And of course there's some things where the angle just isn't going to work, like this golf cart, for example. It's not gonna, I can't really put anyone in it. I like this guy, he kind of looks like Hulk Hogan. But like, it's just Hulk Hogan's head. And like upper torso. And then there's this guy here who I can just kind of put him in front like that. He looks like he's just popping out of that guy's engine. Perfect. He's just gonna like pop out of the engine of the car, or I can put him in the back. That would make more sense though. That makes too much sense. I don't like making sense. I'm gonna use this guy as a hood ornament. Hulk Hogan is a hood ornament on this car. Because why not? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, like the perspective in this game is not, it gets kind of fucky. It just doesn't really do the thing very well. Like, let me find some other like bad perspective examples I can do, because like this is just like, let me just pull up this, like, here's you know, your nice ocean scene and whatever, and then I'm gonna pull out this oh yeah, I love the fact, by the way, this program has two golf carts. Two golf carts, but no phone. We just like to toss that out there. Two golf carts, but no phone. Let's see if I can find some things that don't really quite go perspective-wise. Oh yeah, like, here. And then if I change the background on this woman's clip art is called Fair Maiden, by the way. If I change the background to just something like that. Like the second I move her above that horizon line, she does not look right. Really, no object looks right over that horizon line. This is a great example of the... I'm going to put Bob Ross here. He's going to be painting this. Bob Ross is going to paint some happy little trees for everybody. I think there's an easel in here, but I don't know where it is. Like, I remember an easel being in here, but I have no idea where the easel actually is. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, it has nothing on it. You have to put something on it. Okay. Bob Ross is painting some happy little trees. But you would never know it because he's in a freaking swamp. There we go. No, I'm not going to actually write that. But it's true. The Meadowlands is definitely where the Mafia dumps all their bodies around here. Definitely. uh, Grandma. Oh, you want me to? Yeah, let me go get Boxing Grandma. Hold on. I'll get Boxing Grandma back out because that was funny. Just go to a new... Of course, there's like no boxing ring, but you know, whatever you make do with what you have in this program. So we're gonna use this stage. We're gonna get Boxing Grandma. She's gonna come and play Punch Out. Where did she go? Yeah, there she is. She's ready to fucking fight. Let me of course if I go into sports, let me see if there are boxing gloves. I highly doubt it, but yeah, no, Storybook Weaver won't let me be violent, so I have to do that myself. Get those Everclear gloves on her hand here. Yeah. My digital art skills are sorely lacking. I'm a traditional artist, so when I'm doing Storybook Weaver, I kind of make do. Okay. There we go. Punch Out. Now, if I go into athletes, I don't think they actually have any pugilists in here. Yeah, no, they do not. What if I want to write what if I want to novelize Punch Out? Come on. Or what if somebody was writing like in the early 90s, wrestling was huge. What if somebody wanted to write a wrestling story? You can't. I remember that being huge with, WWE was huge with kids in the 90s. I don't know how huge it is with kids now, but it was huge with kids in the 90s. I, very distinctly remember that. There we go. I'll just pretend this is Little Mac over here. Because he's wearing a tracksuit. You know, like a good Italian boy. He's wearing a tracksuit. Oh my god. Yeah, so there's this calls the fight of the century. I need to... Where's that cheering audio? I know there's cheering audio. Where is it? There it is. Oh, it's loud. I always forget how bad the MIDIs are in this program until I actually do this with my headphones on. There we go. They're all terrible. They are there's no good MIDI in this program. I mean, there's one that's the best one, but it's still not that good. This is one of my favorite ones, though. It's like the space MIDI, quote unquote, but I'm just gonna apply some MIDIs to these pages. Because I don't feel like, I do music and post-editing a lot for these. I'll go and I'll actually add post-editing music in when I'm doing stuff, so, but for now I'm not gonna bother because obviously that would require pulling up my video editing program, recording this. That already has a MIDI. The chin is dead. I'm just gonna put a border on this. Yeah, my eventual goal with Storybook Weaver is I want to be able to get it so that the chat can write the story, and I can make do with, or even I can have people submit stories, and I can try to make them live on stream using Storybook Weaver. Or people could tell me what they'd like me to try to recreate using Storybook Weaver, and then we can see if how well I can actually do it. Let's use this one, I guess. Actually, you know what? No, let's use this barbecue one because this has nothing to do with anything. I need some kind of menacing foreboding. That'll do.
Play it.
Oh, yeah, it does that sometimes. It stops.
Seriously, please do not play this game. It's awful. The year 1997 has arrived. The horde of fucking ugly regs is rushing from the mainland.
Yeah, that's about right.
Bruce Lee's relative Shin. Shin is dead.
This program is terrible.
He suffers a mishap.
Yes, like what I'm thinking is I'll have the chat submit things to me, and I will try to create things on Storybook Weaver. It'll be kind of run by the chat, so to speak. I think it would be funny.
Because there is no way to adjust things properly in this program to have them correctly oriented.
This is one of my biggest pet peeves with this program.
Why is Hulk Hogan the hood or
Hogan.
It is a mystery.
This program isn't good at reading. The Spanish voice is the best.
Bob Ross attempted to paint happy little trees in the Meadowlands. There was too much methane in the air for it to be a good place to paint, so he actually painted a location that wasn't in front of him to try to make himself feel less disgusting. The fight of the century.
There we go. Alright, I've been streaming for an hour now, and it's pretty late here, so I'm gonna shut down for now, because I've got some stuff I gotta do tonight still. But yeah, I think with Storybook Weaver, what I plan to do for, once we have more and more people watching these streams, is to have the chat give me things that they want me to try to recreate with Storybook Weaver, and I'll probably crowdsource that on Twitter as well before starting things. I'm just gonna save that. There we go. So I'll throw my BRB up for now. So yeah, so that's, I think, what I'm going to do going forward with Storybook Weaver, is I'm going to actually use it in the in that kind of a format and just kind of go from there. Yeah, with a choose your own adventure book, that would actually be really fun. Especially if you had if you could somehow get it as like a text-based thing to show people the text options, or even somehow show them the book so they could read that would be really fun. Yeah, so